Y'all, Cardi B's guardian angel must be either fast asleep or 6 feet under, cause y'all, nothing in her life is going right these days. First, she's in a messy public divorce with Offset. Then her rebound man, Stefon Diggs, turns out to be for the literal streets. And now, well, sis is finding out that her precious, beloved, soul-healing Hermès bags might be, wait for it, made in China. Gasp! Nah, ain't no way. But if there's one thing that's always brought Cardi joy, it's them Birkin bags. They're little emotional support bags, and now just like her BBL, people are saying that not even those is real. And this is what we call an emotional recession, y'all. But hold up, wait a minute, because this story isn't just about Cardi throwing tantrums over handbags. No, it's way deeper. Because ever since this China-US trade tension got hotter than Cardi B's mixtapes, the luxury good industry has been caught in a massive expose, and now celebs are spiraling. Well, let's start with Miss Skims Supreme herself, Kim Kardashian, who had the audacity to pop in and say, I know everyone would love it to be true, but it's not. Oh right, Kimberly, very press release, very public announcement. But the queen of soft launches, Kylie Jenner, jumped in with the simple, this is so crazy. Yeah, real descriptive and deep. But even Zendaya, who normally minds her business like it's a full-time job, dropped a nonchalant, well, definitely her black side speaking, as you know it's serious when Zendaya wants to speak. But not to be outdone, Bella Hadid, never one to skip a scandal, said, anyone can go online and say this. True, but girl, are you saying it's fake or not? And finally, Naomi, I walk in storms, Campbell was not even having it. This is so disrespectful to all the craftsmanship behind all of these brands, period. Naomi came swinging. But just when we thought it was going to go even more tabloidier, enter the godfather of leather slander, Tanner Leatherstein. Now, if you don't know about Tanner, he's that viral dude on TikTok, YouTube, and IG who slices open designer bags like a steak at a Texas roadhouse, and he's famous for cutting into $5,000 purses just to tell us if they feel like a wet napkin. Now, people tried to pin the China rumor on him too, but he quickly cleared that up, saying, y'all need to relax. I never said Hermès or LVMH bags are made in China. I'm just a dude who slices them open and tells you if they're given luxury or given lunch bags.
Let me be clear, I never said any of those things.
And here's where things got even more spicy. Now folks are saying that, okay, if Chinese manufacturers are telling the truth, then where's the proof? Like, where are the emails, the invoices, the shipping logs? Like, where's the receipts? Fair points, honestly though, but cause let's be real, if they really are producing these luxury bags exposing, that would basically be a career suicide. They're out here biting the luxury hand that feeds you. Those bags were supposed to be hush-hush. No one wants to admit that their $25,000 bag was stitched next to someone to Shein order, not getting cute. But I gotta hand it to the luxury girlies. They're fighting back like Harvard grads in a Birkins seminar. One person even said, everyone thinks an 85-year-old 7th generation artisan named Geppetto makes those bags by hand. Not Geppetto, Pinocchio's daddy? I mean, who knew fashion stands had this much range?
Made in China, I can get that for $12. Go outside and touch grass. Some of you guys feel like this is your moment to shine and you can finally stick it to people that buy luxury goods without like even fact checking anything about any of this information that you're being fed from these factories or people with these TikTok videos which seemingly have false information, everything from pricing to the bags. Like, I just don't understand. A lot of these luxury brands own their own manufacturing and source product from farms that they own. Hermes owns its own tanneries and crocodile and alligator farms, has workshops in France, and most bags are made by a single artisan.
But here's the million-dollar question. Why are people defending these brands like it's life or death? It's given my self-worth depends on my designer closet energy.
You mean to tell me you believe that this man is making your Birkins in China? If he's a Birkin artisan, then I'm an astronaut.
But let's unpack that. Now, for you to really get why this is such a big deal, just peep this. Y'all, that right there, that's how y'all be treating these Hermès bags. Like it's not just a purse, it's a life source. Oxygen who? That lady was one joyful exhale away from passing clean out. Now imagine telling sis that all Cloud9 energy that she had was over a bag that might have been made for $400 in a random factory in Shenzhen. Ooh, y'all, that's how you catch a designer slap. Straight across the face, monogram included, hello LV on the face. But that's exactly why many luxury shoppers are spiraling right now like their Dior heels just snapped mid-step. And honestly, can you blame them? TikTok is in a full-blown meltdown mode after Chinese factory workers started posting videos claiming they're the ones making all these so-called made in France and crafted in Italy bags.
I need you people to wake up and critically think and stop believing this that you see on TikTok, okay?
And no, we're not talking about your everyday tote. Those are the $7,000 up kind of bags. The ones you gotta book a whole appointment just to be told maybe you're worthy of buying. Suddenly, folks who thought they were flexing Parisian elegance are wondering if their beloved bag came from a fluorescent lit factory in Guangzhou with a production cost that's given budget friendly. But allegedly, some of these bags cost around $400 to produce, and yet they're being sold for $7,000? And that's before the gold-plated hardware or the limited edition seasonal color that's sold out in 12 seconds. Y'all, the math ain't mathin'.
I got a closet full of this that I paid thousands for. And you're telling me it's all been made in China and I could have just gone straight to China and gotten this It just can't be the same. It cannot be the same. Please don't tell me I got played. I refuse to believe that there's no difference.
These TikTokers are posting like they just found out their bags were cheating on them. One day you're in love, the next day you're crying into your Fendi scarf like, you mean to tell me my Chanel isn't sipping espresso with French artisans? Y'all, it's betrayal, heartbreak, full-on denial. Like catching your man in 4K and he acting like Shaggy, it wasn't me. But let's be real a second, for a millisecond. Put yourself in their shoes. You finally did it, you budgeted, you maybe saved for months, maybe even swiped that card or that Klarna, knowing you'd be eating noodles and trauma for the next 3 paychecks. You walked into that boutique, palms are sweaty, knees is weak, arms are heavy, there's vomit on a sweater already, mom's spaghetti, not M&M. I mean, you came ready to risk it all, and then you walked out with that bag, a Birkin, a Chanel, a Gucci, the bag that makes strangers double take and your mama whisper, how much was that again? You spent thousands, maybe tens of thousands, and you told yourself it was worth it because it's a luxury, right? It's artisanal, it's handcrafted, it's sewn by French grandmamas under a full moon while sipping espresso, blessed by priests in Milan, or so you thought. But now these Chinese manufacturers are coming out swinging. They're posting factory videos, pricing breakdowns, photos, and literal step-by-step tutorials on how these bags are allegedly getting made. The internet is not okay. People are spiraling like their identity just got snatched along with their overpriced purse.
Our artisans, they need to do 4 years of training to be able to manufacture a Kelly bag. This that you've just seen, the perlage, you need to be very skilled and very, very good.
But let's be fair, these claims haven't fully been verified. Some could just be replicas. Some might be salty ex-employees doing the most for clout. But regardless of who's telling the truth, one thing is loud and clear, and the luxury community is in shambles. Like Oscar-worthy meltdowns, y'all. Cue the Viola Davis snot. Because it's a full-blown soap opera out here. People are defending their bags like they're defending their bloodline. House of Dragons or House of Birkins. And guess what? It's just getting started. This rabbit hole is deep, y'all. Y'all better stay strapped in. Now, some of y'all were shooketh like full-on I cancel vacations and ate noodles for months levels of regret. And y'all, they did. 2 years of saving, budgeting, side hustling, and saying no to everything just to get your hand on a piece of what's so-called luxury life, only to find out that it's been made for less than a pair of Jordans. Y'all is giving identity crisis. So while some are spiraling, others are straight up delulu in denial mode. They're yelling, it's fake, that's not my bag, Hermès would never. Like they're defending a cheating ex in public. I don't care, it's still iconic, Girl, be for real.
Hermès owns its own tanneries and crocodile and alligator farms, has workshops in France, and most bags are made by a single artisan. So go ahead and buy your DH Gate bag, whatever bag, and see how it holds up over the years. Trust me, Hermès is not concerned.
But let's keep it a buck and talk about something that no one is mentioning. Why are their reactions totally valid? Because luxury was never just been about a bag, bag, it's been the fantasy, the exclusivity, the soft lighting, the doorman who calls you madam like you're royalty, and that bougie moment when you hand you a lukewarm glass of sparkling something while you wait 40 minutes just to touch a $25,000 coin purse. It's not just a bag, it's a whole vibe, a flex, the silent I'm not one of y'all energy that hits you when you walk into brunch and everybody stops chewing because your big old bag. But when the Chinese manufacturer worker hops on TikTok and breaks down your $20,000 bag like $372 materials, $50 labor, $15 packaging, and boom, the internet finds out the emperor has no stitching and it's emotional damage in HD. Like, call your best friend and scream into the pillow type pain. The kind that makes you stare at your bag like you just got lied to in your face. Just a bold-faced lie. But this is where it gets interesting. The fashion girlies already knew. The insiders, they been new. The girls that read ingredients lists on face cream and watch luxury exposés for fun, they clocked that tea ages ago. But what is new is that everybody knows now. And when the curtain drops for the masses, baby, it just hits different. It confirms that little sneaky voice in your head that you've always tried to ignore. Wait, is this bag even really worth all this? And that, bestie, is where it gets personal, because luxury isn't just a thing, it's a feeling, it's an identity, the belonging, the confidence, the silent badge of I did it. There's even a whole psych term for it, symbolical consumption. We don't just wear things for function, we wear them for meaning. So when that meaning gets threatened, when someone's like, yo, your $25,000 Birkin might be worth $400 on a good day, it's not just a wallet issue, it's a soul punch. Your brain goes, nah, I refuse to believe I got played. And then comes the spiral, denial, defense, and yes, pure rage, because nothing stings harder than you realizing you paid 5 figures for a bag that might have been stitched up in a factory that's making lunch boxes.
Hermes doesn't care if you think they're made in China. They don't care if you're going to buy fake Birkins from China, because it means that you still want Birkins. The only reason you're buying a fake Birkin is because you don't have enough money.
So let's really tell the truth. It's giving scandal. But now everybody and their grandma already knows that this mess didn't just pop out of nowhere. On the same breath, this standoff could explain why many people believe Chinese manufacturers are simply behaving like a jilted lover. Of course, Trumper kicked off this chaos. Not so long ago, the US imposed unreasonable taxes on all goods from China. And just like that, the tension was at an all-time high, tighter than a fresh sew-in. But some behind the scenes folks decided they'd had enough, but they didn't show up with press conferences and peace talks. No, they came with screenshots and receipts, and their plan, petty, genius, and absolutely diabolical. So basically, some factories and middlemen, the folks who allegedly make the luxury bags, were like, oh, y'all wanna play games with our coin? Cool, let's show the world what these bags really cost to make. And boom, just like that, they started exposing production prices, not on private email chains, but on the internet. Your whole TikTok timeline, open for the world to see. And it hit hard, because once buyers saw that the bags dropped from $20,000 to maybe $372 in materials and $50 in labor and $15 packaging, minds were blown. Suddenly that exclusive luxury wasn't looking so exclusive, just expensive, and not in a cute way. Now, whether all those rumors and numbers are 100% accurate, nobody knows. But the conversations they started is really real, because the folks realizing they might have been flexing a glorified overhyped tote, emotions are running hot. But here's the tea that people keep missing. While the internet's out here pointing fingers at the brands, the influencers, and the factories, the 1%, the actual plot is deeper, because at its core, it's not just about a bag, it's about you, what you value, what you're actually buying. So if you're buying the bag for the status, then look at me energy, the quiet flex when you walk into a brunch, cool, but just be honest about it. You're paying to feel richer than other people, and that's the whole game. But if you're shelling out cash, thinking you're getting the next level quality and artisanal craftsmanship, then you got a very right to be mad when you find out that it might be stitched for $40. But about those crazy markups, listen, I'm not even mad. Fashion is half business, half performance art. Like, if somebody can tape a banana to a wall and sell it for $1 million just because it's art, then yeah, Hermès can charge $30,000 for a handbag. We're all just playing the same game in different fonts. So what now? Should folks toss the Birkin bags in the bonfire or burn the Pradas in protest? Let's not get dramatic, maybe a little less dramatic, or should the girls just go to DH Gate and get the same thing? The answer isn't to cancel luxury, it's to question it. Ask where your bag is made, ask who made it, ask why it cost that much, and most importantly, stop acting like everybody's overpriced purse was crafted with a unicorn thread and tears of Karl Lagerfeld himself. And girl, you can get Karl Lagerfeld at the TJ Maxx. But wait, it's not like if you ask questions, you're guaranteed honest answers. You know what? Buy the dang Hermès if you want to, period. And say that you bought it in the store. The only thing that might be crying over your bag bag is that bank account. So maybe your favorite luxury house just got caught with their silk pants down, but that's not that brand new. The glitter's been peeling off for a minute now. At the end of the day gon' end. You can still love fashion and hold it accountable. You can still flex the fit, but know what went down behind the scenes. Let's not hate, let's just taste with a backbone. And as for the online drama, y'all not going anywhere. The group chats are lit, the TikToks are messy, and the tea is boiling hot, but it'll eventually die down, so don't toss your bags just yet. Just know what you're carrying. Now go touch up that lip gloss, tighten your edges, and stay woke, cause the runway might be glossy, but behind it is giving ugly. Y'all, what a ride, but now I gotta hear from y'all. Are you still rocking your fancy luxury bag? Or did this whole expose make you side-eye your closet a little bit? Drop your thoughts in comments below, cause I need to know how you feel. And thanks for watching, and y'all keep it cute and critical. Until next time, stay sharp, stay stylish, and don't get played.